Hello again. I know I'm a bit early with this one, but I'm astoundingly bored. And there's nothing good on the tubes right now, and nothing good. I'm kind of tired. Oh, uno momento, por favor. Thank you. Gracias. Anywho, let's give it a second, see if anybody comes in wants to discuss this topic today because we are all from this area of the tube streets. We all know about Summer Wells, and we all know the characters surrounding it. So let's really actually dedicate a live stream to talking about this. I mean, we always end up talking about it in one form or the other. So let's dedicate this one to talking about Summer Moon Utah Wells and all of these characters surrounding this poor little girl who never stood a freaking chance because she was surrounded by a bunch of dope heads and dope dealers and just people that did not give a shit about her well-being or her poor brother's well-being. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I have some opinions. I have some thoughts. And I'd like to hear all you guys still. I'd like to hear everybody else's thoughts and opinions. I'd like to hear what all you guys think. What your theory is that happened to this poor little girl. Like, do you think it was an accident? Like her mom was neglectful and watching her at the swimming hole and she like drowned or hit her head off or something happened because her stupid mom Candace was not paying attention to her, or perhaps got into some narcotics that Candace, because let's face it guys, let's face it, all of those motherfuckers in that holler were getting high as hell. You can't convince me otherwise. You can't. Andy was the drug dealer. Jody Sue's the drug dealer's old lady, so she's drug dealer number 2 basically. Trust me, I know what that's like. I've told you guys about my past. I've been the drug dealer's old lady before. I know what comes with that, and I know that you help find people to sell the drugs. So, Jody Suss, you're a dope dealer too, and probably a user, honestly, because it kind of goes hand in hand. Oh no, unless you're a good drug dealer and you don't get high off your own supply. But you if you're a user as well as a dealer, you always got your own little you you are basically getting your shit for free by selling it to other people. Like, yeah. If you know, you know. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. I don't have to explain it. Hi, Punky. Glad to see you again today. I don't think those kids had a chance from the get-go. No, I agree. Too much went on Ben Hill from different people. Yep. Absolutely correct. That it's just full of like I've not seen one person in this whole situation that is like a good person, I guess you could say. Like I don't it's sad. It's gross, it's sad. I know Grandis likes to pretend like she's a good person, but I'm starting to have my doubts on Grandis too, especially after watching Michelle After Dark's video this morning, and she kind of put it in perspective for me. You know, like why in the hell does Grandma Candy, Candace's mother, we all know who she is. Why does she have to have so many aliases? Why does she go by so many different names for? That's fucking sus. Not to mention, she has a daughter who's missing, Rose. Why would you? I mean, and I think to myself, I'm like, okay, so your daughter is missing, and you have all these different aliases, names. If she were happened to be rescued, or she happened to make her way from her captors, if she's still alive, then how the fuck is she going to find you if you're going by a different name? Oh yeah, you don't think she is either? Yeah, I don't think that she's a good person. She likes to pretend like she is, but no, she is not. She's not a good person. Nope. It's just too convenient. You know what I mean? You're like, what was it? Uh 2012 or something, maybe even before that, when Rose went missing. Maybe it was even before that. I can't remember. But it's just too convenient. You have a daughter go missing. And then some years later, your other daughter has a daughter go missing. What what the fuck is up with that? You know? And you're one of the last people that seen her. Oh, hey, it's good to see you again, though. But yeah, oh, God, I can't imagine. It has me devastated. I'm in a totally different state. Like I know we've touched on this subject before in previous lives, but I really wanted to do a live dedicated to us discussing this and like giving our thoughts and opinions, and you know, yes, there's definitely more to it. What yeah, the chance that see that's what exactly what I'm saying. It's just so convenient that years ago the grandma, her daughter went missing, and then some years later her other daughter's daughter went missing. How what are the odds of that happen? Very slim, you know? Man, being interview said that Rose was staying with DJ Messina before she went missing. Really? That makes it even weirder. That's even weirder. It makes you think. It really does. It's like, okay, do they we obviously know you can't convince me that they are not involved in the dope game. You can't convince me otherwise. I just have that feeling. I just know that they are involved in the dope gang. Yeah, they may look like stupid hillbillies, but you know what? They probably know some dope boys. And it makes you think about some dark avenues, like if Rose could have the same thing that happened to Summer happened to Rose. They sedated her. It don't matter if she's a full grown woman. If she's sedated, they can do what they want. They sedate her, sell her to whatever, whoever wanted her, whatever. Oh, she's missing. Years later, Summer, sedate her, sell her off to whoever. Like it makes sense. It's horrible to say, but it makes sense. Came from an interview on JLR. He was speaking to a neighbor. Oh, okay. Okay. Uh JLR, I know who he is, but I don't really watch him because I'm not a big fan of him or Molly or Blowhorn Betty or none of them like that. But that's okay because hey, like we always say, we don't always gotta agree on stuff or like the same people or follow the same people. But I appreciate that information because I did not know that Rose was staying with Dawn and Candace before she went missing. Well, I I wouldn't be able to watch him much. There's just something about him. He's very nosy. I which I guess yeah, if you're a quote unquote investigator or whatever he calls himself, yeah, you'd probably be, kind of a nosy person. But he's just too nosy, way too nosy. And it drives me crazy. It's like some of these people were just way too involved, way too involved. It's okay to like, how we are discussing it and we're throwing uh things that we know back and forth to each other and speculating and whatnot and but that's one thing. But when you're like getting too deep involved with it like that, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's just weird. Cause what is the roofies? They could have slipped Rose a roofie and sold her off. Easy peasy. Easy as that. Got a load of dope or paid off a debt or something. It's just too convenient. Like the similarities, if you think about it, the similarities and just the chances of that happening to two people in the same family just disappearing without a trace. I'm honestly starting to think because at the beginning of this, I highly thought that Summer might have accidentally got into some of her parents' dope. Like they were negligent. They left their dope sitting out on the table or some shit. And she accidentally ingested some. And yeah, well, you know what happens. And then Candace found her freaked out and then they hid her body or whatever. horrible, horrible, horrible to say. I hate even think about, but my that's what I thought, because that is very common these days, especially with how bad fentanyl is, and fentanyl is very, very deadly. But this is just, I mean, allegedly, this isn't all any kind of facts. This is just me thinking, me throwing out an opinion or whatever. Yes, just want justice for that baby and the boys as well. Yes. Two, it's so sad because and I'm guilty. I am guilty of this, of forgetting about those poor little boys who were also subject to this bullshit. And poor little boys were also neglected. And yeah, none of them ended up missing. Thank the good Lord. But they are getting put through so much, you know. They have a missing aunt, missing sister, plus their home life was horrible, living in that hoarded ass double wide, filthy, probably smelly, probably smell like, oh, I can't even imagine the smell in that place. With a piece of shit mother that didn't cook for them, just, oh, let me go get a frozen pizza from the dollar store and pop it in the oven for you. Here you guys go. Here's a frozen pizza, some Hot Pockets or whatever, pizza rolls, what the fuck ever. Here's a $5 pizza from fucking Little Caesars, even though they were making decent money. Don was working for himself, correct? He was drywalling, working for himself, like his own boss. Like, you can't tell me that motherfucker wasn't making some decent ass money. And them them babies were not fed properly because you motherfuckers had a drug habit. You know how easy it is to spend $1,000 in 1 week on fentanyl? Very easy. Trust me. I used to fuck with that shit. $300 in one night. My brother's on. Oh, I'm gonna make him keep his look up. Wait. Well, I must say, I'm really freaking sorry that your brother is on that stuff. I really am. My brother died from that stuff. Yeah, I think you were here when I was talking about that, but he died from it. And I almost did. We were really bad, but we, as much as we did it, we were very paranoid about any like kids that happened to be around. We were very paranoid about, you know, our usage. We would clean up after after we do a little bumpy or whatever off the whatever, spray it down with some freaking cleaner and wipe it and make sure that shit was far away, put up high where nobody's children could get it. So that's good that it is locked up. They probably didn't. They probably didn't have no home cooked meals. Poor guys. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That hurts my heart. That hurts my heart very, very much. And my heart goes out to you because I know what it's like. I do. I understand. And I'm so sorry. And I hope that he saves himself. I hope he saves himself before it's too late, because it's never too late until you're in the ground. Oh, okay, okay. So he got it because of his surgery. Okay. Yeah, but still, even if it is prescribed to you, it's scary because it is so easy to overdose from fentanyl. Geez, I'd rather them give me a prescription of freaking Percocets or Vicodin or something before fentanyl. That stuff is woo. I know they prescribe it for cancer patients as well, which yes, controlled in a hospital like that type of setting, controlled, yes, it can be useful for pain management. That's why I used was because I got my lower back is super bad. I got into endometriosis and it just oh my god, my back is just always freaking hurting. And I my back's just been screwed up since I was like 19 years old. I don't know what all, but I know that is something to do with it. It has to be. Yes, I'm glad to have you both here. So glad, but it is scary. Fentanyl's scary, man. Pain management was my thing of choice. Any pain meds, that was my thing. That was my drug of choice. And I've done a lot of drugs. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not proud to admit it, but I've done a lot of drugs in my day. But my favorites have always been painkillers. Yes. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. And you know what? That's how I am nowadays. I don't do it just to get high anymore. There was a time when I was like, oh, I just want to get high. But no, oh my God, yes. Thank you. Yes, thank the good Lord above. And it by the grace of God, that is how it was yeah, definitely by the grace of God. Painkillers were always my favorite. They would take away all my aches and pains and therefore would lift my mood. And I'm like, yeah, I can get some stuff done. I'd be on my hands and knees scrubbing the floor, doing load after load of laundry, not giving a shit because I felt good, cranked it up the music, just having all kinds of energy. And it didn't give me the energy. I just felt good. And I was no longer in that state of mind. I was in a better state of mind. Well, not really a better, but happier, I suppose, because I wasn't in pain. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get some stuff done today. Smoke a little pot back when I was going to a friend. Oh, that's not good. That's not a friend. If they lace your shit with anything, that is not a freaking friend. What a dick. I still smoke my pot. But it literally saved my other brother's life smoking. He got his medicinal card and he was on the stuff too. And it saved his life. It really, really did. It saved us all. And I don't smoke like I used to. Oh my goodness. I used to be a big time pothead, but now if I'm feeling a little edgy or, I just want to relax, I'm like, yeah, I think I'll pack one, have me a little smoke session. But yeah, it's the safest medication out there. I had never heard of anybody ODing off of smoking some trees. Yes, it is very useful and different strands of marijuana. Like some take away your pain. I have smoked some weed that has taken my pain away. It wasn't laced with nothing. It was pure weed. pure stuff. I'm like, wow, it's amazing. Some gives you energy, like, whoo, I get up, get stuff done. Most of the time, it just relaxes you and you sleep like a baby, wake up mm, ready to eat a whole chocolate cake. But yeah, anywho, I think everybody in that holler is a dope head, dope dealer, a doper in some form or the other. I cannot can be convinced otherwise that those people are not a bunch of dope headed, neglectful assholes that don't give a shit about anything but themselves. Selfish, selfish, selfish. Super selfish. All right, give me 1 sec. I drank a bunch of coffee. Now I gotta pee. I swear, every time I do a live, I have to pee about a million times. It's because I get to jabbering my jaws off here, and my mouth gets dry, and I have to chug water or whatever. 1 second though, 1 second. All right, much better. Much better. Okay. What gets me is so many people are seeing Candace running up and down the highways with no care in the world, and there's babies missing. I like to put my hand across her face. Oh, girl, yeah, I'd like to put a couple, uh, few fists in that bitch's face. I don't have children, but Duchess, you want to go outside? Come on. I don't have children, but I've helped raise plenty. That's for sure. I've helped take care of plenty. Now, I'm telling you what, right now, if I had a kid or even my niece, nephews, or anything like that, if one of them went missing, I'd be inconsolable. Absolutely inconsolable. I couldn't eat. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I would be out there. My ass would be out there, my feet on the ground, looking, and every ditch, every like abandoned house, every cave and dip and whatnot, looking for my kid. I would be all over social media too, blasting it. I wouldn't be making a big stupid shit show out of it like these dumbasses are doing. I would actually be utilizing it, utilizing social media and whatnot to try and find my kid. I'd be driving all over the place, possibly not only all over the state, but possibly even all over the country, searching every fucking holler, every fucking mountain, every city, town, everything, looking for that kid. I just don't understand how it doesn't bother her as a mother. It's because she don't care. She's a piece of shit. She's not a mother. She's a birth giver. Yes, tearing the world apart, moving heaven and earth and every mountain and this. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand how she can be so nonchalant that her baby is missing. And not only that, but her sister as well. If one of my brothers came up missing, there's no way in hell I would just let that go. I'd be doing the same thing, just as hard, searching, searching the entire fucking nation, searching the oceans, searching overseas in other countries. I don't give a fuck. I would be looking everywhere. I don't get it, but I guess that's because we are actually good people who actually care, unlike Candace and Grandis and all those losers, all them losers in the holler. None of them care. They don't care about them children. They don't care about Summer. They don't care about her brothers. They care about making money to supply their habits, whether it's drug or otherwise. She acted like it was nothing in her interview with CM. Yeah, when he asked her if that was her sister in the pic. Yeah, she was just like, oh yeah, yeah, that's my sister. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, you stupid bitch. I'm telling you. Yeah, Pam, that could be. That could be. Born to be gone. Like they just had her because, yeah. That makes a lot of sense though, if you think about it. I mean, if they got connections, like let's say that they sold Rose off and they know somebody, they got connections and everything. Maybe they were, having these kids and they had Summer and she was planned. Like, oh, okay, we're gonna have this baby girl and we're gonna sell her off because we know people who would be into that. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that could be very well be, Pam. It very well could be. Oh, sorry if you guys hear the wind. I'm sitting outside with the dog. But yeah, I could be. I think there is some really, really dark shit. Deep, dark shit. Like these roots, they go very deep. A whole lot deeper than we know. Yes, it does make sense. It does. And it's just like, I mean, if they did sell Summer, they, they would have to know somebody in that field, you know what I mean? In the business of buying people or whatever. I don't know how you would say it, but and it makes sense because Rose being gone without a trace. It's like we were talking earlier. What are the odds? Yeah, Dawn said I'll see her in the resurrection. Yeah, that he did. He did say that. So he knows he's never going to see her again. Probably because they sold her and they're not going to get her back. Yep, he sure did. Not one tear. I would be a bawling hot mess. I just, ugh. These people, in my opinion, are the most selfish, disgusting human beings I've ever seen in my life. It makes me sad because, man, I'm country folk. My whole family's country folk, but we ain't like them people. Them people are evil holler people, like shady ass, hills have eyes, wrong turn ass motherfuckers. That's those people. Every single one of them. Jody Sue, Andy, um, I can't think of the other idiots right now, but yeah, all of them. Oh, hello, Ray Ray, darling, beautiful, sweetie pie. Glad to see you here. We're discussing opinions and such on summer and talking about how all these awful freaking human beings are just, oh God. And Dawn also said to the ink, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. No, what they did. And when he beat on the fridge, he said, I don't know what they did. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Yeah, he took like a stick and he was like beating on the fridge. That is kind of weird. Very, very odd. Yes, Ray Ray, you too. So happy to see you. Duchess, get out of there. What are you doing, you weirdo? Buddy, why are you in the lawnmower? Bud, you're weird. I'm telling you, these animals, it's like the funny farm. I'm babysitting at the funny farm today. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I know that the TBI and the law enforcement has to know more than we do. And like I've said before, even though we want answers, even though we are just dying for answers to this because we give a shit. We are the ones who actually care. So we want answers. We're not entitled to it. But it sure would be nice cuz it seems like we're the only ones that care about this poor little girl. Yeah, Pam, you got that right. If dogs could talk, we would have our answers. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100% would. I wish we had a machine where we could just hook it up to a dog and hear what it's thinking. Yes, Ray Ray. Always praying for summer. Me too. Seriously, me too. I slack on my praying. I don't pray every night, but some days I feel compelled to. Just something in me is like, you need to go sit down, nice, quiet, comfy spot, and you need to talk to God. And I do. Dutch, what are you doing? Duchess, hey, what are you eating? Hang on, guys. Are you eating grass? Is your belly still sick? Girl, your belly is always freaking sick. I gave you some different food. Hopefully that'll make you feel better, poor girl. Why is it that German Shepherds' tummies are so fussy? Meow. She has such a sensitive tummy. I feel they all know that is what they're doing. Yeah, I agree, Pam. I must agree with you on that, my dear. I must. Boy, these flowers are looking pretty. Hang on. Show you guys the pretty flowers. I don't want to show my ugly face because I look like shit right now. That's pretty. My brother's woman has it looking nice. Hopefully, you guys didn't have to see my ugliness. You all right, Dutch? Come on. You want to go in the house? Get a drink of water? Come on. Let's go, good girl. Come on. Come on. I know I don't have a very good green thumb. Oh, new puppies. Oh, I love puppies. Oh, it feels good in here. Come on, sister. I don't have the best green thumb either, so don't feel bad, Punky. All right, now we're back in the air conditioning. I think I got enough sun and fresh air that little bit of time. God, I really hope you guys didn't see my ugliness. Your girl is not looking the greatest today. 9 times out of 10 when I'm on here, well, 10 times out of 10 when I'm on here, I'm looking like a bum. Oh, cute. Oh, God. Anywho's, I just had to show you guys how pretty them flowers looked. For some reason, they look just so pretty at that moment. I had to show you guys. Whew. Dang, I wasn't out there that long, but I got sweaty. And that sidewalk was hot on my feet. But yeah, oh my goodness. I feel so bad. Yeah, the fake ones are a lot easier to maintain. That's more my style too. I love flowers, don't get me wrong, but I do not have a green thumb. I am not that good at taking care of flowers. I try. Got this hydrangea bush at my house. It was so freaking expensive too. But I forget to water it sometimes. It needs watering. Sorry, I got sidetracked for a moment. All right. Okay. Now you guys have my full undivided attention again. Yeah, it's just this whole freaking case is such a mess. It's so heartbreaking. It's just, I just can't wrap my head, just like all of you ladies, I can't wrap my head around them not caring about this little girl. Yeah, Candace needs question more. And I don't understand why this was not treated as a crime scene from the fucking get-go. Pardon my French. But we're always saying that, saying this over in PGs. Like, there's a lot of us that preach this. Why was this not treated as a fucking crime scene from the damn get-go? Why? Don even said that he said he knew she was taken. That means crime scene. Holy guacamole. Yeah, and yeah, that too. That's an excellent point, Pam. They just let Grandis leave, and she was one of the last ones that seen Summer, her and Candace. Why in the hell was that bitch allowed to leave state? It don't make no damn sense. It's almost like the law enforcement. It's almost like yeah, the popo down there are a little dirty, which I kind of think they are a little dirty. But how do you go about proving that with police, you know? Yeah, Dawn said she was abducted and Candace said she was just gone. Yeah. It just makes me think like that the police down there are a little bit shady. Like that Lawson dude, I think he might be a little bit shady. I think there's some let like we were discussing a little bit ago, these roots run deep. There's some dark, nefarious shit going on. I don't know. I do not know. But, you know, at least we care. All of us that give a shit, at least we care. And at least the only thing we can do is hope and pray. And it sucks because I wish there was more that we could do. When they took the dog, did they take the roaches? Right? Ew. Ew. So gross. Oh, I have OCD and I just can't imagine living like that. Like not only was it filthy, but it was hoarded. It was so hoarded. It was literally what like I watch Hoarders. I love that show. It kind of inspires me to get cleaning. But oh my god, and it just how I don't know how you can live like that. Maybe if it was an organized hoard and it wasn't filthy. I mean, look at Candace. That bitch ain't cleaning. You know that bitch wasn't cleaning. BK said one went up his neck. Ew, ew, ew. I would have freaked out. I mean, I've got roaches before in places that I've lived before because them fuckers are contagious. You can pick them up somebody else's house. It don't matter if, yeah. And it was horrible. Yeah, that's gross. As a woman, girl, you need to go wash that punani. You gotta wash your cooter. I just don't know how a woman can be that nasty. I know it sounds petty, but you know what? I'm feeling a little petty because I like to talk shit about horrible people like Candace Wells or Candace Bly or whatever the fuck, whatever. And I feel so dumb because I gave the bitch the benefit of the doubt at first. I did. I gave him the benefit of the doubt when I first heard about all this stuff. I'm like, oh, them poor guys, their daughter's missing. Aw. But then after all the shit just slowly coming out. What are you doing, Dutch? Why don't you go eat? Grandis has a man ass. Grandis, she's something, man. That bitch is something else. I gave her a chance too. Like, at least you can say that, I guess. Gave her a chance. Even though you feel like a dum dum after everything's all said and done. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, you guys, you're adorable. Duchess was being nice to the kitty, and the kitty was being nice back for once. He's usually mean to her. Buddy, you're a nice kitty cat. You're being nice to Dutch. Yeah, you're a nice buddy. Oh, sorry, I got enamored with how cute they're being right now. You know, as much as I pray, as much as I hope, and just I hope Summer's still alive. I hope that she's not in danger. I hope that she's not being, bad things are being done to her. We'll just put it that way. Odds are that's not it. One of two things. She's either going through an absolute living nightmare with some nasty weirdo, or she's gone from this world. And it may sound horrible to say, but I'd rather her be with God, honestly, than be in the hands at the mercy of some perverted psycho, nasty. Ugh. Yeah, bitch probably can't cook. Bitch probably like, oh yeah, here's some corn dogs. Dawn, you hungry? Oh, here's a pot pie I threw in the microwave. Yeah, Don said he had a gut feeling something was going to happen. Yeah, I bet you did, Don. I bet that gut told you a lot of things. I do. I do feel, I don't know when, I don't know how, but I do feel that someday we are going to get some answers to this. I know we will. There's too many of us that are praying and hoping, and it's going to happen. We're going to get answers someday. Why just that day he uses a Subaru? Yeah. Yeah. Excellent point. Again. Excellent point. He knew this shit was going to happen. It just stinks. The high heaven. They knew what was going on. They knew it. Oh, it makes me so mad. How many people think this was planned? Well, you know what? I definitely think that now. I definitely think that now. I've bounced back and forth because, I mean, you know, Pam, just as well as anybody, all of the different scenarios that we have discussed, uh, especially on PG, on Prayer Gardens. We've discussed a lot of scenarios, and from watching even other creators that cover this case, um, their opinions and their thoughts and whatnot, and there's just too many scenarios. But more and more, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I am convinced that this was planned. Yeah. Boy, if that hill could talk, huh? Hmm. Mm-hmm. And I know, I, well, I can't really say I know, but allegedly, my opinion, Jody Sue knows more than what she's letting on. She tries to play, oh, poor, poor, pitiful me, but she knows something. So does Andy. They were the dope suppliers. They know what's going on. They're involved in this in one way or another, in my theories, in my perspective. I don't know. It's this case has consumed me every day since I learned about it. Like when it was first brought up, like, well, last summer, I remember it was last summer. It was probably towards the end of summer that I heard about this, beginning of fall, when I heard about everything. Don said he had 7 alibis. Candace has none, but to be real, Candace had more if Don was not home. Yeah. hmm Yeah, and that struck me wrong when he said that too in that live where he said, I have 7 alibis. Candace has none. She's going damn. And they were fighting the whole time. They were live. It's like, Dawn, are you serious? You're gonna allow this to go on live while you're talking on the phone to these ladies? You're going to allow Candace to run her mouth in the background like that? It just, I mean, he could have been like, I You know what? Let's continue this another day. This bitch is going crazy. Click. But that is now out in the world for all to see the messiness. Just how the video where he allegedly took a dump on live. I don't think he was taking a dump. I don't think he was taking a dump. I don't know what he was doing, but I don't think he was taking a dump. Unless, I don't know. It's kind of funny. Crab water and snacks. It's going to be an all nighter. Yeah. Speaking of, I should probably get me some water. I've been drinking my caffeine. I need to get me some water in me. I had me a cherry Coke. I had me a cup of coffee. Now I need to drink me some ice water. Let's go get some water. Your girl's getting caught mouth anyway. Hey, Dutch, why don't you eat your food, honey? Why don't you eat or drink some water? I know your belly's been sick, poor girl. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. My brother said if she's still not feeling, I mean, she's acting normal. It's just she's having diarrhea and she doesn't want to eat. Her belly, she's eating grass. Her belly's upset. Here, honey. One of these. Poor thing. He said when he gets back from vacation, he's going to take her to the vet. So I just have to take care of her until Saturday when they get home. Get it. Get it, good girl. Robin, yeah. Yeah, tell me how fucked up that is. She's your child. You made her. You witnessed her being popped out. And you don't know how old she is? Come on now. Fucking ridiculous. Oh, buddy, want an ice cube too? Hey, buddy. One second, Pam. Jeez, girl, you got ice cubes all over the floor. Get it. Good girl. Keep you hydrated. Yeah. Yeah, it's because they didn't fucking. That's because they didn't feed the poor kid. Probably lived off freaking corn dogs and frozen pizzas or something. Poor girl. All right. I got me my ice water. I don't know. I don't understand it. I even know what my niece and nephew's favorite food are. They're not even my kids. My nephew likes my barbecued ribs that I make. I slow cook in the in the crock pot. And my niece, well, you know what? I don't really know what her favorite food is because she's a picky little eater. She likes corn dogs with mustard, though. She likes, speaking of corn dogs, she likes corn dogs with mustard on them. Yeah, and why give the picture when she had her long hair, when when her head was shaved? And there was more recent photos of her as well that they could have gave, but they gave the one where she had hair still. Why? A lot of whys in this situation. A lot of whys. It just don't make no damn sense, but I hope someday it does make sense, and I fully have hope in it. There's a lot of us that still hold hope. So where there's will, there's a way, and always have hope, because I know this little girl, if she isn't with us no more, she's at peace. She's with God and her ancestors that came before her, because every child goes to heaven. Every little child goes to heaven. Children are innocent. They are the only ones that do automatically go to heaven, because children are innocent. They're a gift. They're gifts from God. I honestly, I don't think she's on the earth anymore. I don't, but it would be nice if her body were to be discovered, so there would be some kind of closure for the people that care about her. But God knows if that's going to happen. We got to have hope, right? We got to have hope, but it looks pretty dismal. It's looking very dismal at this time. That's for sure. Oops, sorry, damn it. I feel so bad. Children are, I'll preach this until the day that I die. Children are to be protected, especially by their parents. Especially by their parents. Why? Why was that little girl not protected? And even Child Protective Services was involved. Why did they not step in and help those kids? Now, Children's Services around my parts, they do their job. They do it. They hold it down for the kids, as far as I know. Why in that area is Child Protective Services not doing their jobs correctly? There's a lot of corruption, I think. A lot of corruption in that little area of Tennessee. But how does one go about getting to the bottom of it? How do we put these people in a certain amount of power, so to speak? How do we go about holding them accountable? Like, how, like, If the cops down there from old Boston and all them are dirty and they're covering some shit up, allegedly, in my conspiracy, or in my theory, whatever. If they are covering something up, how do we go about revealing that? Who do we go to? Who holds them accountable, you know? Who holds them accountable? Who's going to hold Child Protective Services accountable for letting this missing girl go, or yeah, letting this little girl go missing when they were involved with her family, actively involved? Eh, They they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. And why did they drop the ball? Because they simply are lazy and negligent? Is that why? Or, like I said, do the roots go deeper? Makes you wonder. I don't fucking trust anything government. I don't. There are some government types, what the hell ever, that are the lesser of the two evils type deal, you know. But I don't trust fully any of them. There's so much corruption. This this little girl was not protected by anybody. First and foremost, her parents. Secondly, Child Protective Services that's supposed to protect children, and the police in that area. None of them protected this little girl. What the fuck? It don't make no fucking sense unless there's something deeper. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Not saying for factual, this isn't factual or anything. It's just me thinking out loud, whatever you want to say, you know, just doing what we do over here and talking things out, talking through things. And I don't know. I don't know. It just makes you think. There's absolutely no evidence that I know about uh, law enforcement down there being corrupt and CPS possibly being corrupt. There's no evidence at all. I want to make that known that I'm aware of anyway. But when you think about it, when you think about it a little deeper, it makes one wonder, and that's all I'm saying. I'm just wondering, do the roots go deeper? And I think, in my opinion, they do. Because how could so many people fail to protect this kid? How? At least one of them. I mean, yeah, okay. Her piece of shit parents didn't protect her, yeah. But at least law enforcement could have protected her, or children services, especially when children's services had an active case. Hey, leave him alone. Uh-huh, that's what I thought, pretty girl. I don't understand it. It just don't make a lick of sense. Where I come from, we are like a pack of wolves or a pack of like whatever, a pride of lions or whatever. We are constantly watching our children. We are constantly protecting them from any threats. Any threats. We we are like vultures watching our children. Like, yeah, you ain't gonna come close to our babies. You ain't gonna come close to our baby's nest. No way, Jose. So I just don't get how. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, you're okay, Pam. That's okay, dear. That is fine. If you had a phone call you had to get to. I'm just sitting here thinking out loud, jabbering away as I do. It just baffles me. Yep. And in my opinion, I think you're correct with that statement. Actually, I know you are because you can see it. I mean, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to see that these losers are just trying to, like, there's so much greed. There's so much greed. So many greedy fucks. From the parents who probably sold her for money or drugs or to pay off a debt, something to do with money, to Jody Sue and her drug dealing old man and her coming getting on their fucking stupid ass YouTubes begging for money. Even the law enforcement down there. There's something there's something going on. And at the roots run deep and at the yeah, money is yeah. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. I think we're on the same wavelength here. Selfish, greediness, so much greed in these fucking people. Their greediness overwhelmed, like, I think I'm saying that right, overwhelmed or over some. Their greediness was more than their need to protect their young. That's pathetic to me. That is super pathetic. That's how that's how addict's mind works too. So if that goes to show you anything, I fully believe that Summer was sold now. Her parents sold her off. I think Rose was sold too. This ain't their first time at the rodeo. Why do you think we can't find Summer? Because it ain't their first time at the rodeo. Yeah, they're dumbass hillbilly, wrong turn ass motherfuckers, but this ain't their first time. They did this before. Grandis did this before. She knows. She knows what's up. Sickening. Completely disgusting. I'd sell my own body before I would sell a child. I would sell myself if I needed money that bad. It's horrible. I don't get it. I'll never understand. But like I've said before, the reason that we do not understand it is because we are not bad people. I understand the mind of an addict. Yeah, completely. I was an addict. I've been around addicts damn near my entire fucking life. Dated them, been related to them. You know, I know how the addict mind works. And yeah, we just got to keep having our faith in whatever we have faith in. You know, I personally, I believe there's a God. I wouldn't necessarily label me a Christian, but I believe there's a God, and I believe in having good Christian values. I mean, am I perfect? Hell no. I cussed up a storm. I get lusty every once in a while. Not very anymore. Jeez. None of us are perfect, but I do believe in God. I get intrusive thoughts that come with my PTSD and shit. But ow. Damn it, that hurt. I'm sorry. I just kicked the freaking footstool. That hurt so bad. Anyway, like I was saying, none of us are perfect. But what does matter is that we try to not be pieces of shit. God wants, or God, Don wants to be all godly now. I mean, if he's actually, you know, I don't think, I think he might be trying to make himself feel better and look better. I don't know if he actually, but I don't know. That's just me thinking. He could, I mean, if he was remorseful about it, then he would have said something. The fact that we know that he knows something and he hasn't said anything, I don't know. Honestly, do we know if Don has said anything to law enforcement? Like, I don't know if you're still watching, Pam, but do you know? Or any of you guys watching? Do you know if Dawn has talked recently, like to anybody? Like, is there any information out about that? Or does anybody know exactly when Dawn's getting out? And I'm pretty sure that he's going to a rehab after that. I don't know. But probably do one of them deals where he does half of his sentence and then half of it he prompts us, I'm gonna go to rehab and be a better person. But then they get out of rehab and they start doing the same old song and dance. I don't know. I feel bad. I just feel bad for the kids because they shouldn't have to deal with shit like this. And the boys as well. The boys as well. They shouldn't be having to go through the trauma of being in a foster home, which they're probably treated far better now. Their quality of life is probably a lot better now, but they shouldn't have to suffer. Summer shouldn't have had to suffer to not be protected. I've just never seen so many adults drop the ball on keeping an eye on this little girl and protecting her and keeping her safe. I don't know. I guess I don't understand because, like I said, we're a wolf pack around this bitch. We're a fucking wolf pack. We protect our young. I just don't get it. But we all aren't all strung out. So, I mean, that's no excuse. But when you're strung out, you don't care about nothing but money and getting high. And having money so you can get high. And all of them are strung out in that holler. Or were at least strung out. Anywho's it. Does anybody watching have any input? I see y'all watching. What do y'all think? Is there something else you'd like to talk about even? Like, if you want to get off the summer. I mean, that's why I put No Summer, No Peace, the title, because I wanted this discussion to be entirely about her, but I think we pretty much discussed everything unless anybody else has anything else they want to add. I can't really think of anything else. I just feel like I'm repeating myself. But yeah, I'm not going to stop talking about her. I'm not going to stop doing my research and trying to figure out the pieces to this puzzle because it consumes me and I think about that poor little girl every single freaking day like she's my kid. Soon I That's the first thing I do in the morning after, I get my morning routine done. I pop on YouTube. My first video is always Michelle After Dark. Always. All right, guys. Looks like we're kind of winding down now. I don't think anybody else is going to come in and talk at the moment. Maybe later on we'll do another short little live, or maybe PG will. I frequent PG Prayer Garden all the time. Maybe she'll be live tonight. Maybe we'll meet up over there. And please leave a comment and let me know if there are any other creators that I should be checking out in a good way or otherwise, because I'm always looking to support smaller channels because I'm a small channel. You know what I mean? And the small channels that I have been introduced to lately, they they are quality ass. Like, yeah, like they put me to shame. All I do is do my little shorts and my little lives. They have put production into their stuff. They're worth it. And a lot of the us littler ones are the people that actually give a shit and aren't the ones that just pretend to give a shit so we can get a couple bucks from YouTube. I don't know. But all right, guys. As always, thank you for coming and just watching or being part of the conversation. I appreciate it. I really do. This is getting me through being stuck for a week here babysitting. Babysitting a house and a bunch of animals. Well, not a bunch, but it feels like a bunch. But you're getting me through my boredom. So thank you guys so freaking much. And maybe I'll see you later tonight, or maybe I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk. We'll talk about anything, everything under the sun, like we always do. But keep hope, guys, for Summer Wells, Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Such a cute name. It's so unique and cute. Seriously. Summer Moon, Utah Wells. No summer, no peace, ever. No peace until summer is found. Keep her in your thoughts and prayers, guys. I know I do. And I'll be seeing you later. Mwah. Big smooches. Love you guys. See ya.